In the late 18th century, long before robots or computers, a machine appeared in Europe that should not have been possible. A life-sized mechanical figure seated behind a wooden cabinet, dressed in Ottoman robes, calmly playing chess. It defeated aristocrats. It defeated generals. It defeated some of the greatest chess minds in Europe. It behaved with confidence, strategy, and even personality. Some called it a miracle of engineering, others called it witchcraft, but everyone agreed on one thing. This machine did not just move pieces, it seemed to think. Vienna in the 1760s was the beating heart of the Habsburg Empire, a city filled with music, invention, philosophy, and ambition. This was the Enlightenment, a time when Europe believed that logic, reason, and clever engineering could solve almost anything. Scientists debated electricity, mathematicians challenged old ideas, clockmakers pushed mechanical design to new limits, craftsmen created delicate automata, tiny birds that chirped, dolls that danced, clocks with hundreds of gears that mimicked life. These wonders blurred the line between mechanism and nature, but none of them prepared the world for what was coming. A machine that would not simply imitate life, it would imitate intelligence. The story begins with one man, Wolfgang von Kempelen, born in Pressburg on 23rd January 1734. A civil servant, inventor, linguist, artist, and engineer. A man whose curiosity always outweighed his titles. In 1769, he watched a magician perform illusions for Empress Maria Theresa. The courtiers applauded politely. Kempelen did not. He stepped forward and made a bold promise. He told the Empress he could build a machine far more astonishing than anything she had just seen. Within months, he began constructing the most famous automaton in history. A machine built not only to amaze, but to challenge the very foundation of what people believed about the mind. A chess-playing automaton. In 1770, Kempelen revealed his creation. When the cloth came off, the room fell silent. The machine towered over the crowd, a carved figure in robes, a chessboard, a cabinet filled with visible gears and mechanisms. This was no child's toy, it was a challenge to reason itself. Kempelen opened every door and drawer, inviting the court to inspect the machine. They saw gears, chains, rods, and sliding mechanisms. Nothing else. No space large enough for a person, no trick compartments, no obvious deception. This inspection ritual would become the key to the automaton's legend. Then Kempelen wound the key. The automaton lifted its head, its wooden fingers reached forward, and it made the opening move. The room erupted. The machine won game after game. Vienna was stunned. The machine succeeded because it was more than engineering, it was theatre. The interior was a maze of moving parts designed to misdirect the eye. Behind the gears lay sliding panels and hidden compartments that shifted during inspection. Inside, a contortionist-level chess master could fit into a narrow seat, manipulating levers connected to the automaton's arm. The hidden operator's life was difficult. Hours in a cramped wooden box, only a few inches of space, a single candle, tiny peepholes, a rotating platform to avoid detection. Yet this human element, uncomfortable and secret, created the illusion of a mechanical mind. After the triumph in Vienna, the automaton travelled across Europe, Paris, Berlin, Leipzig, Amsterdam. Crowds filled theatres and royal halls to witness the spectacle. The machine played with confidence, it defeated strong players, it tapped its fingers impatiently when opponents hesitated. It corrected illegal moves by pointing at them. It behaved with personality, and that frightened people. If a machine could act like a person, what did that say about human thought? In 1783, the automaton reached Paris, where Benjamin Franklin watched it play. Franklin was a scientist, inventor, and statesman, a man who understood both physics and deception. Yet after examining the machine closely, he admitted he could not explain it. That admission strengthened the legend. If Franklin could not solve the mechanism, how could anyone else? In 1809, Napoleon Bonaparte challenged the machine, the greatest military strategist of his age, against a wooden opponent. Napoleon tested it with illegal moves. The machine responded by sweeping the pieces off the board. The crowd exploded with laughter. Even Napoleon had been humbled. For a moment, the machine looked more powerful than the man who commanded empires. The automaton appeared during an era of extraordinary mechanical innovation. Across Europe, inventors created machines that imitated life with startling accuracy. One of the most famous was Jacques de Vaucanson's Mechanical Turk. It ate grain, moved, and appeared to digest food. Another was the Jaquet-Droz writing boy, a machine capable of writing letters using programmed cams. These devices were not hoaxes. They were the first demonstrations of mechanical programming, every movement encoded into gears, every gesture shaped by cams. The chess automaton, however, stood above them all. It did not just imitate life, it imitated intelligence. The secret behind all lifelike movement was a handful of mechanical principles. Cams transformed rotation into precise patterns. The escapement controlled timing, allowing motion to be regulated like a heartbeat. The governor stabilized speed, smoothing the motion into something that felt alive. These components were the physical ancestors of logic, control, and automation. With enough cams and enough patience, a machine could write sentences, play instruments, or lift chess pieces with perfect consistency. It was mechanical programming, programming without electricity, programming made of brass, wood, and muscle. Audiences did not simply react to the machine, they participated in the illusion. Kempelen designed the demonstration to exploit expectation. The inspection of the cabinet made people trust what they believed they understood. The smoothness of the automaton's movements suggested thought. The theatrical timing created suspense. People filled the gaps with their own assumptions. The Turk succeeded because it did not ask people to believe in magic. It asked them to believe in themselves, to believe that their eyes were sharp enough, their logic strong enough. In that confidence, they became blind. Over the decades, several operators worked inside the machine. Many were talented chess players, some were performers, others were desperate men who found work in secrecy. Their world was cramped, dim, and physically demanding. They breathed warm air trapped inside wooden walls. They memorized positions by faint lamplight, controlling the figure through rods and levers. They were the unseen engine driving the illusion. Their craft required skill, endurance, and silence. Their names rarely survived history, but without them, the automaton would have been nothing more than a quiet cabinet. Writers and thinkers tried to explain the automaton. Some dismissed it as cheap trickery, others treated it as a philosophical threat. One critic produced a careful analysis of the machine, arguing that its movements revealed a hidden operator. These early debates laid the groundwork for future questions. What is intelligence? What is imitation? What is the difference between appearing to think and actually thinking? After decades of performances, the machine crossed the Atlantic. It was displayed in the United States, repaired, modified, and shown to new audiences. But in 1854, a fire destroyed it. The wooden cabinet burned, the gears warped, the figure collapsed. The most famous automaton in history was reduced to cinders, yet its legacy survived. The spirit of the automaton lived on. The mechanical illusions of early amusement parks, including famous singing figures and character machines, borrowed from the same design language. Visible gears, predictable rhythms, mechanical charm. The idea of lifelike motion, created from cams and levers, never disappeared. It evolved. The automaton age offers a lesson that still matters today. Machines can appear intelligent long before they truly are. Illusions of thought can mislead us. Systems can look alive while hiding human labor or simple mechanisms behind polished surfaces. The Mechanical Turk became a metaphor for modern technology, a reminder that behind the appearance of intelligence, there may be people, algorithms, or clever tricks doing the real work. The chess automaton was not a computer, but it fascinated people who later built the foundations of computing. It showed that behavior could be engineered, that movement could be programmed, that a machine could follow rules and strategies. It pushed thinkers to imagine devices that were not just mechanical, but logical. The influence flowed forward through the centuries into programmable engines, symbolic logic, and eventually digital computation. Imagine a wooden cam shaped like a wave. As it turns, it lifts a lever at precise intervals. That lever can lift a pen, tap a drum, or move a hand across a chessboard. Each cam encodes a pattern. Each gear controls timing. This was the early language of automation, mechanical logic made visible. The chess automaton mattered because it forced people to question what machines could become. It revealed how easily our senses can be persuaded. It reminded the world that innovation begins with imagination, risk, and the willingness to attempt the impossible. Even though the machine was an illusion, the ideas it sparked were real, and they changed the future. The automaton that fooled the world was more than a trick. It was a turning point, a moment when people realized that machines could imitate life so convincingly that they challenged our understanding of thought itself. In its gears and shadows, we see the origins of automation, illusion, and modern intelligence. It is a story of brilliance, deception, ambition, and the restless human desire to shape the future. If stories like this inspire you, if you want to explore forgotten machines, hidden ideas, and extraordinary minds that shaped the world we live in, subscribe to Voices and Echoes. There are many more stories waiting in the shadows.